Alright, so I'm out. I got some lunch. I need to turn you to white balance things, right? There we are. That's better. White balance. That's what happens when Aaron and I are on a teeter-totter. I don't know. Sorry about that noise. That's... That's racist. Anyways, so I swung by Chipotle. I had to go by and get a potato masher. And I need to get some athletic socks because I got a really bad blister from my cleats on my right pinky toe. And apparently Aaron says that there's a second blister beneath it. So that's bright. Anyways. Hello. Hello. Camera. Hi. Let's turn you this way a bit more. I guess that works. Let's just lean over the side. And the only cold drink I have at Starbucks is called a Java Chip Frappuccino. But anyways, so I bet you're wondering about this title. It's relatively interesting, the title, because this video defies what I'm going to be talking about. So, recently there have been some talks. I saw Grace Helbig on her Snapchat and then talk about this, and then The View was talking about this kind of today, and I kind of side with Grace. So I use Adobe Premiere Elements to edit my videos. Adobe also makes Photoshop. And when it comes down to like males or females, you know, you shouldn't have to Photoshop your body. You should be happy with your body. You should be happy with the way you do things. You know, the way you look. Be happy who you are. You know. But then it comes up to the fact of like, well, if you Photoshop yourself, is it that bad? Well, you don't have enough, you don't have strong enough personality. You have to make sure that you look better to everyone else. Well, I kind of sympathize with Grace because, you know, I do the same shit with Premiere Elements, except I don't do it with my looks. I do it with my personality. That's why this video is so strange, because I don't cut these. Because that's a personality. A personality is like, it's just like, it's a waveform. You come across it over time. It doesn't have, it's not a static thing. I mean, anyways. That's why the MBTI, the Myers-Briggs Test of Intelligence, whatever, is not great, because that gives you a number. That's just like saying, you know, 38, 24, 30, 36, 20, whatever was on that song. You know, women have to have a certain size. Well, if you have an MBTI, that puts you into 16 little fucking boxes. You know? So it's just like, well, it pigeonholes you. And so, whether you use, if you use Photoshop on yourself and you want to, you know, because it's sort of like, don't use Photoshop on yourself. But go ahead, use a filter on Instagram or Snapchat. You know? Or the ones built into your phone, for Christ's sake. You can use those all the time. All you want. Ah. Actually got one of the chips stuck in the bottom. Oh, that hit the back of the throat. But that's the thing. It's sort of like, we have a weird double standard. We don't want people to Photoshop their bodies and the way they look. And I'm dropping shit all over the place. But we can do it to personalities. And even so to like people like Grace Helbig. And who don't have vlog styles. They have comedy skits, you know, and after a fashion. They can cut things up. Like, they can spend 3 hours recording a video and setting up all that stuff so that it takes, you know, for like a 5-minute video. And they seem hilarious. But she could make up jokes on the spot. I mean, I'm not saying she does, you know, But she admitted to herself on her Snapchat that she's kind of a nervous, shy wreck. But she doesn't appear that way on, you know, on her videos. And I understand that there are probably a fair number of people in real life that if they met me would think of the same thing, but like, ooh, you're kind of weird. Whereas like, you look at my videos and you're like, wow, he's kind of quirky. But anyways, so that's the thing. It's like, why are we not allowed to really Photoshop a body, but we can use filters to color our skin? Or color the background to make the color pop out more, make our eyes pop out more. I really like Lark, by the way. Instagram got I used to use Hefe. I think I use Hefe during the summer because it makes me look tanner than I actually have gotten, but I have to have color, a little bit of color on my skin, so right now I'm using Lark. I might continue to use it. We'll have to see how the summer pans out. But yeah. What are your thoughts below? You know, like, why are people allowed to edit a personality? Like, literally chop it up and mess with timing, their own personal timing. Like, I chopped up that part of Aaron's video, or that part that Aaron recorded, because that's just how he is. That's not... I mean, there were a few parts I cut off because he had, like, half a second delay in between words. So I cut those off. But when he was naming off all the movies he saw that were on Amazon Plus, I just fast forwarded through that. That was at 8 times speed. Because he just kept naming them. He literally got distracted. And this is what I deal with, you know, I'm not saying it's a bad thing in real life, you know, but that's the sort of thing. Nobody really sees what Aaron does, because when he starts prattling on and on and on and on and on like that, I can cut it off on the video. I'm not saying that I've cut a lot off, but there's a fair bit that people don't see about Aaron. There's a lot people don't see about me. That's why I like these Friday videos, because I don't cut them. If I have a stream of consciousness and you get to see my brain go pew, 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 all over the place, that's fine. You know, you get to see me eat something. Sometimes I have to sit there and chew before I talk again. And you get to see all the wonderfulness of me chewing. And it's like, oops, I probably took too big of a bite, especially with a peanut butter and honey sandwich. But that's that. I mean, there ain't much more. Beep. The battery's not even low. It's about halfway down. So that's going on there. What are your thoughts? Why are, you know, again, why are we allowed to edit a personality? Why are we allowed to color our skin, make our eyes pop out, and just sort of modify a picture? But if you tweak, like, the size of somebody or their jawline or something, it's immediately heresy. What makes a body image more than a mental image? What puts it higher? Because there's a lot of people out there, they're like, oh my god, he's autistic, he seems so normal. You got to be a regular viewer on this and you realize I'm up. I am not a normal neurotypical. I am really autistic. It's just that I can chop up some things that make it seem like I'm not. Anyways, I'll catch you guys over the weekend. We will be seeing Civil War this weekend, so they might be spoilers if you haven't seen it. Catch you later.